If you want to buy cheap, reliable NBA 2K19 MT, please go to dvdj.com, use the code CRUSH, and if you're not familiar with the process, you can contact them on Twitter. Both links will be in the description. Alright guys, I'm ready to get into this video. You guys all know I'm already super excited and super happy that my team moved on from the first round for once. And I do have a lot of things to say before we get into this offseason predictions video. You guys all knew this Thunder thing was going to happen. You guys probably knew that's what was next. Just so happy to be a Portland fan right now. You guys have no idea what it felt like to get swept last year by the Pelicans. And then from this year going to beating the Thunder in 5. So a lot of emotions. Last night I literally screamed at the top of my lungs. It was yesterday for me. You guys won't see this video until the 25th. I just have to pre-record videos, unfortunately, or you guys probably would have saw this video today. Instead, you guys saw Julius Randle Nets rebuild. But just super excited and super happy. But I mean, it's only the second round. I know it's only the semifinals, but you know, enough about that. I'm super happy, super blessed to be moving on, and super pumped up that we were able to mop the floor with Oklahoma City Thunder, because I have a lot of things I want to say about the Thunder for a quick second, and I might piss some of you Thunder fans off, and I'm not going to try to. I really won't try to, because I'm not going to lie to you. I have a Paul George jersey, a Russell Westbrook jersey in my closet right now. I was big fans of them, and I never had a problem with Westbrook until this year. You kind of noticed Damian Lillard and Westbrook getting into it a little bit more than they ever have. And that's when I started, because, you know, Damian Lillard's my favorite player. And I know it's weird to like another division rival team, but I live close to Oklahoma City, so that's why, and I've been to plenty of games of theirs, so that's why I like the Thunder in a way. But I've lost a lot of respect for them, and I probably will still like them. I'm just gonna say I've lost a lot of respect, because Paul George's press conference yesterday was absolutely ridiculous. Saying that Damian Lillard that's a bad shot when he's been hitting those shots all series, 8 of 12 from 30 and beyond. That is not a bad shot. That is not a bad shot for him. For any other player in the league, yes, that's a bad shot. And that's probably a shot you would live with, someone taking that. But that is not a bad shot. You got to give someone credit where it's due. You really do. Paul George was this Thunder team looks like sore losers to me, basically. I mean, even when the Blazers got swept last year, we didn't see, you know, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum go in the post-game press conference say, next question, I don't really know. I don't know what happened. Like, just sore loser. It's just being a sore loser, and maybe that's Westbrook's personality. And Paul George was never like that. It just seems like it's rubbing off on him now, and I just don't like it. And I know I'm just ranting here, and you guys probably don't care. It's just my reaction to it, man. It just really is. I really have lost a lot of respect for Westbrook, especially Westbrook. I mean, I know he doesn't like Barry Trammell. I get that, and just because of that one question, that one famous interview, he doesn't like him and refused to answer his question. But it's immature. It really is. You get paid $40 million a year just to answer, you know, play basketball and answer some media questions and do a lot of other things for your community, and you're just, I don't know, man. I just don't appreciate it. And some of you may not care, and some of you think it's funny, and that's fine and all, but just a quick little rant. It really did irritate me when Westbrook, it's just, and it's great that Lillard got the best of Westbrook, because Westbrook, I was actually at the game when Westbrook told Lillard he's been busting his ass for years. I was literally at that game. I was sitting pretty close to the free throw line where they were, and I could see them talking. I didn't know what they were saying, but I did find on Twitter what they were saying to each other and what Westbrook was saying, and it's just funny to me. It really is. And Damian Lillard's game winner, saying bye to them off the court, just amazing stuff. So I know I talked mostly. I'm just done. I'm done talking about it. And the Thunder just carried themselves, I think, in a bad way. I mean, Paul George dunking at the end of Game 3, too, was kind of ridiculous, I think. It's just unsportsmanlike. I don't know, man. I just lost a lot of respect for Oklahoma City in this series, and just Westbrook and Paul George in general. And, you know, and you guys may disagree with me, and that's fine. And I'm done talking. Let's get into this. So, I did decide that I'm going to do off-season predictions and rebuilds. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Well, we had to do this video today. We had to do this video, get it done. So, my predictions for this Thunder team, I really don't expect a lot to change. I really don't. And I could be wrong. They could go out, trade Westbrook, or do something insane like that, but I really don't see them changing a lot. I really don't. I think Westbrook just needs to change his style of play. He needs to trust his teammates a little bit more. He did that here and there. I'm not going to say he didn't at all, but it's just, no matter, the fact is Westbrook just he shot 11 of 31 in game 5, which was not very good shooting, very terrible shooting, matter of fact. And I just really don't expect the Thunder to change a whole lot. One thing I do expect to happen, I do expect Billy Donovan to be fired. That is, maybe he's not fired, but my prediction, I think they'll fire him. Now, who they'll replace him with, I have no idea. I'm just going to sign a random head coach. I just don't know. I mean, I know Monty Williams, and there's some, the Blazers assistant coaches are being out there interviewed here and there, but I'm just going to sign a random head coach. I really feel like Billy Donovan might be fired this offseason, kind of sitting on the hot seat. So we'll do that. But really expect the Thunder to explore the shooting guard option quite a bit. I mean, Andre Roberson's coming back, but how good is he really? He could play defense, but I don't know, man. I mean, you just don't have a lot of offense there. Terrence Ferguson, he played decent overall, but if you're wanting like maybe a star shooting guard in that spot, then it makes sense. Like Dennis Schroeder was good in that series for the most part. He did have some inefficient games here and there, but Steven Adams, he doesn't close anymore. Obviously, they go small with Jeremy Grant and Dennis Schroeder on the floor. Steven Adams is a pretty good player. I don't expect him to be traded either. He just kind of fits the team very well. So I'm assuming to the first pick or their first round pick. And like I said, a shooting guard is needed. I can see them taking Romero Langford here out of Indiana, something like that. They just need a shooting guard. A shooting guard spot is something they need to address. And I've even heard some people bring up the idea of them possibly moving Westbrook to the 2 guard. That's fine. You could do that maybe. But I don't know. I don't know how Westbrook would feel about that. So qualifying offers, and then we'll go into the free agency period. So really this was more of a rant video for me than anything, and I do acknowledge that. But I don't expect Raymond Felton to be back. I don't expect Markieff Morris to be back. Nerlens Noel, I don't expect to be back either, although they could potentially sign Nerlens Noel. But shooting guard. A shooting guard is heavily needed here. Just someone who can shoot at a high volume. Avery Bradley makes a lot of sense to me in this spot. Shooting guard, just nice shooting guard, nice offensive player as well. Very well-rounded player. I think Avery Bradley would be nice to come to Oklahoma City to play next to Westbrook and Paul George. So I like getting Avery Bradley. And then Nerlens Noel probably could be re-signed too. Like, this is basically going to be, if we can re-sign, we probably can't. Okay. So this is basically going to be it for the Thunder. This is what I see. So we got Lillard, or not Lillard. No, why did I say Lillard? I mean, I got his jersey on and everything. But Westbrook and Schroeder. Then you got Roberson and Langford. And I'm going to sign Avery Bradley as well. Paul George, Jeremy Grant, and Steven Adams. So we can sign a little bit more front court players to come off the bench. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's sign like Jonas Jerebko for shooting. Let's sign maybe, I mean, I would like Nerlens Noel back. Let's sign Daniel Tyus maybe. Daniel Tyus could make some sense potentially. So let's go with these 3. Okay, never mind. Let's get Jonas Jerebko and Avery Bradley for the most part. And then Nerlens Noel probably still ain't going to be available to sign back. No, unless if he takes that much money, which he doesn't want. So, like I said, I do expect Nerlens Noel to possibly be gone. We got Joffrey Laverne, Frank Kaminsky. Who did we get? We got Jonas Jerebko. So let's sign other backup center, although they probably won't be needed too much. Ed Davis. I could see Ed Davis maybe coming to Oklahoma City or just some center like that. Enes Kanter, bring the Stash brothers back. Very good in this series as well. And he was, once known as unplayable in the playoffs, and he basically stuck it to his old team and showed that he is playable in my opinion. So shooting guard spot, power, like this is basically what I expect from the Thunder. I really don't expect a whole lot of changes. They're wrapped up in so many contracts, and it is a talented roster, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. You can just stay the course. Maybe Westbrook decides to think about this offseason and change a little bit, change his play style just a bit. I don't know, but I think this is kind of an offseason you can expect. I think Avery Bradley or just some kind of shooting guard like that would be very nice to Russell Westbrook. So I'm going to just simulate this season. Let's see how they do. I do apologize for my rant if it came off wrong or anything or made some of you guys mad. It just, my opinion. I don't talk about my opinion a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate the season, and I'll see you guys at the end. At the end of the season, we do have Dennis Schroeder winning 6th Man of the Year. Defensive player goes to Anthony Davis. Most improved goes to Enes Kanter on the Wizards. Enes can play, or whatever he tweeted. Can play. Can't, I don't know. Can play Kanter, because I guess there was when Billy Donovan was coaching Ennis Cantor, he just kind of stopped playing him in that playoff game or playoff series. I don't remember who it was against totally. Maybe it was Utah. Yeah, no, because Carmelo was there, so it would have been Houston maybe. Okay, but all defensive first team for Russell Westbrook, all defensive second team for Paul George. So we went 57-25, so pretty good stuff right there. Here are your player stats. We got 26 points from Paul George, 25 from Russell Westbrook, 16 from Dennis Schroeder, 13 from 8 points from Avery Bradley. Awesome stuff there. So let's just go and simulate these playoffs against the Lakers. You know, Paul George's team he wish he went to now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Paul George may not even care. I don't know, but it is not a good look for Russell Westbrook to be eliminated in the first round the last 3 years. But at the same time, my Blazers were getting eliminated quite a bit too. So I don't know if I have a lot of room to talk, but it is just great feeling to beat Oklahoma City. And Damian Lillard said it best. It's like just two dogs not barking at each other, but it's like a dog fight. Basically, one player has to go home, and that's the reality of the situation. And that's just how it was. So definitely my favorite playoff series by far, obviously for obvious reasons. I mean, just walk-off game winner, dagger in the Thunder's heart. Just amazing stuff, guys. I literally screamed. I was going insane. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm sorry if I triggered some of you guys. I wasn't trying to. I just wanted to give my opinion, and I don't talk about it a whole lot. But this is Crushables. I'm saying peace.